If you're thinking about moving to Calgary, one of the biggest questions you probably have is, what does it actually cost to live here? In this video, I'm breaking down the real costs of living in Calgary in 2026, including housing, rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, and one expense that surprises mostly everyone who moves here. If you want more videos about living in Calgary and Calgary real estate market, make sure to like and subscribe. I post new videos every week. Now, let's start with the biggest one, housing. This tends to be our biggest cost to expect here, but again, one of the major advantages of living in Calgary. It is affordable. Cities like Toronto and Vancouver is much less expensive in comparison. Right now, the real estate market averages roughly the following. So detached homes typically sell anywhere between $550,000 to about $800,000 depending on the neighborhood and size. Townhomes usually range anywhere between $350,000 to about $550,000. And condos in Calgary can generally range between $250,000 to $450,000, again depending on the building and the location. Many of my clients that move into Calgary notice a dramatic difference by how much further their budget and their dollar can go compared to cities like Toronto and Vancouver. Toronto detached homes average well over $1.3 million and Vancouver detached homes well over $1.8. Now, that price difference is one of the biggest reasons why people are relocating to Calgary. Second, ties right in, rent. If you're planning on renting before you buy, many newcomers do that when they first start living in Calgary. Now, typical rental prices can go anywhere between $1,500 all the way up to over $4,000. A one-bedroom apartment can go anywhere between $1,500 to about $2,000 a month. A two-bedroom apartment between $2,000 and $2,500 to $2,700, and detached homes probably ranging from $2,500 all the way up to about $4,000. Now, of course, depending on location, these things may change. But one of the interesting things that renters discover is that housing costs are almost the same as rent. So depending on what the interest rates are, the down payment, and your financial situation, sometimes it makes sense to actually look at buying. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about moving to Calgary, I'm always curious to know, where are you thinking about moving from? Are you coming from Ontario? Are you coming from BC? Are you coming somewhere else in Canada, or even outside the country? I'm always curious. So drop it in the comments. I'd like to know where you're actually relocating to Calgary from. Now, the third thing is one cost that surprises a lot of people, which is your utilities. Now, everybody pays utilities, but it can be a surprise to newcomers. So typically, your electricity, natural gas, anywhere between $200 to $350, depending on the season. Your water, sewage, garbage can be anywhere between $100 to $150, and your internet anywhere probably from $80 to about $200, depending on what you're looking at. Now, one cost that actually surprises people is a utility jump during the winter and the colder months. Typically, January and February, when heating costs are at their highest, can almost even double comparatively to the lower months in some other provinces. Now, a big one as well is groceries. It's a major living component that we have here. So typically anywhere between $300 to $1,500 is what people can expect, of course. Now, if you're single, probably between $300 to $500. As a couple, between $700 to $900. And I'd say as a family, you're probably looking at about $1,000 to about $1,500 in terms of grocery costs. Another key component is transportation. Transportation costs depend on whether you drive or use public transportation, but things like gas are going to be in and around that $1.25 per liter, and of course things like your insurance is going to be anywhere between $120 to $220 per month. Now, public transportation for adult passes, if you're using Calgary Transit, is about $115 per month. Now, the next biggest thing, and one of the major financial advantages of living in Calgary, is taxes. Everybody has to pay them, unfortunately, but Alberta has no provincial sales tax. What this means is you are only required to pay 5% federal GST tax on your purchases compared to 12 to 15% in other provinces. Now, your lifestyle. Cost of living is not always just about the expense, it's also about your lifestyle. This is probably one of the biggest reasons why people decide to stay in Calgary. One of them is the advantages of being close to the Rocky Mountains. Banff National Park is roughly about an hour to an hour and a half away, providing hiking, skiing, and outdoor recreation and year-round entertainment. For many people who are relocating to Calgary, the lifestyle is one of the biggest reasons they stay. Now, if you're seriously thinking about moving to Calgary, the next thing you should understand is the pros and cons of living here. I have another video breaking down the full pros and cons of living in Calgary, and and that video will give you a much clearer picture of whether Calgary is the right move for you. Living here for over 30 years, I'm your guide. So, every week I help people relocate to Calgary, across Canada, and internationally. If you're thinking about moving to Calgary and want help figuring out the neighborhoods, the pricing, the demographics, where to start, I'm happy to answer any questions and help you plan your move.